I've run out of time. Thank you. I've run out of time. I'll get back to this later, eh? The reintroduction of slavery in Jamaica was real. Hello, Casey. What's happening, man? How you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while. What going? What going? Yeah, we have to go. We have to go link up. We not the death of your grandmother, sir. Maybe at work. Maybe at work. You're on the job there, Casey.
Good morning, neighbor. What's
You're
up,
on the
man?
job. You're on the job.
I'm at home, neighbor.
You're at home. Great. Well, Casey, in the little time we have, Casey, you understand the whole concept of slavery, Casey, and slavery is actually the taking away of the human ability to choose. Don't you think, Casey, that there's a strong argument to be made that we reintroduced systemic slavery in Jamaica by locking down the economy and robbing the people of opportunities?
Yeah, yes, neighbor.
And there are people saying to me that their lives today could have been better had they had more opportunities in the 90s, that they were robbed of their life. Do you accept that?
Yes, neighbor, because a lot of people would have suffered gravely from the lack of opportunity due to the mismanagement of the economy. And that's why the economy is so important. The first step to a better Jamaica or better in any country is taking care of your economy so people can get economic opportunity.
So
And
they can better their lives.
that
So they can
economic, yes, economic opportunity is there for freedom. Because if you have to wait on anybody, a politician, even a neighbor, even a pastor to feed you, then you're not a free man. Because you can be dictated to. You can be dictated to.
Say that again. Economic activity is true freedom.
Yes.
So
economic opportunity.
A man unemployed, Casey, is not a free man.
No, a man unemployed don't know how his bills will be paid. Don't know where his next meal is coming from. Don't know how his family is being taken care of. So that's not freedom in 2025.
Yeah. And so Casey, it is also correct to say that systemic enslavement may not have been introduced deliberately, but that by the policies pursued by the government of the PNP in the 1990s, they would have inadvertently reintroduced slavery in Jamaica. How?
Yes, yes, neighbor, whether intentionally or not. And I'm not even in the mood to go too deep into the politics. And this is not going at the PNP, but people would have known that we would have lost a great percentage of our GDP in the 1990s, and we were failed economically, and that's where the systemic slavery came in, and for despite the voter apathy and nothing to vote for in those times. That's why we had such high voter turnout, surprising high voter turnout in so many of those elections, because people would have to vote because they did not have a way of life. They did not control their way of life and how they would be taken care of. So therefore, if somebody come and offer you something, anything to vote, you would be happy to go to the polling booth. And that's systemic slavery explained from a political standpoint.
Yeah, no. Therefore, Casey, it is correct also using that logical argument to say that we have had a deliverer in Golden and Wholeness.
Yes, neighbor. And it cannot be. We don't say it enough, but this country owes a lot to former Prime Minister Bruce Golden and his team in the finance ministry, led by Adley Shah at the time, because that debt exchange is exchanging poverty for hope.
Wow.
Because we lived under debt for so long and we have no way of repaying those debt and still have something to give opportunity to our people. And never did it come to the mind of the People's National Party when they're in power, say, we need to exchange this debt for a debt that we can pay $10 on and have $70 to pay wages and have $20 left out of $100 for our people. You keep on with the debt that you are paying $180 out of the $100 you have. And that's the beginning. And as the Prime Minister said, credit must be given to the likes of Peter Phillips for carrying on the program for 4 years. But economic recovery is the first step to having a better country, and we have achieved that under this JLP, and that cannot be understated, neighbor. And
but why is this society so oblivious to this type of information? Do because it is out there, it is real, it is not a partisan discussion we're having. These are facts, Casey, that Wholeness and his government have created almost 300,000 new jobs. That's liberating people, Casey. This is a liberty. Why is it that the society seems oblivious to all of this? Okay. Casey? We have failed in this country to talk about the things that really matter. What we talk about is the things that don't matter. Are you working this morning? Do you have a job? Let me tell you something. Can't fight crime if you're not growing the economy, I want you to understand that. You see all this crime reduction we have had? It is the economic growth that has caused it, Where the government would find $9 billion to invest in crime fighting. You think you can manage murders when your economy is not growing? You must have joke. Listen to me, Jamaicans. we better wake up to the reality of our situation, you hear? And give the government credit for the work it has done to build the economy. All of the services that you want, the hospitals, people complain about wait time at hospitals and bad roads and all of that. James Carville, yes, former advisor to President Clinton, say it's the economy, stupid. It's the economy. You don't have an economy, you don't have a social structure. You can't pay your teachers well. You cannot do anything. Those are just facts. I lost Casey. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Casey. I lost him. It's the economy. And if Wholeness and his government is to be credited with anything, they should be credited with stabilizing the economy and creating an environment where people can find work. Work is dignity. Work gives you agency. Work is liberty. When you have a job, you can hold your head up. You can step into courts. You can step into the bank. You can step into any car mart and present them with your paycheck and say, I am employed. You can walk into the supermarket and pick out your trolley and flash out your debit card and pay for your groceries. You have dignity. Work is dignity. Casey.
Yes, Neighbour.
How do we build on this though, Casey? Because we have in a sense remove the shackles now from the people. How do we now get them to understand that they are free and they now can go and carry out their aspirations in the environment? Because isn't that the challenge that we're having, Casey, that the people have been freed and they don't realize that they're free?
Yes, Neighbour. Remember, you know, Harriet Tubman said, I freed 1,000 slaves, and I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were a slave.
Oh my, So this is the challenge that the society face now. Because here is it that they got a liberator in Wholeness and Golden, and they have created the environment for the people now to get their agency back, their liberty back. But the people sit down and now do nothing. There's a sense in which the people don't even realize that the shackles have been removed. The economic shackles have been removed from them, Casey. How do we now get the people to understand that, guys, you are free in this environment that we have in Jamaica? You can go and pursue your dreams rather than sit down and still be waiting.
The persons who have the appetite and the ambition are taking full advantage of the opportunity, Neighbour. But yes, as you talk about systemic slavery, a system don't build overnight. So yes, we are trying to break the shackles and build a new culture. But remember, there was a 20-year system where you have some people who sit down on the corner knowing that they will be fed somewhere, somehow. Some money will come from somewhere so they can go and buy some clothes and have a party. And they have they are politically aligned with people who will let them have a paycheck or let their friends have a contract. And those people are still hoping that those days would come back, because they can look you and tell you, say, neighbor, in the 90s, me never used to broke. My friend never used to broke. We never used to have to buy rum and boom. A crate of Guinness we used to have line up a foot. But they're not looking at the percentage of people who couldn't afford soap to wash, not to use, like dirty girl soap and them soap. They're not looking at the higher percentage of people who were unemployed like them but had no political connection with nobody to get free, to get jobs or get money for jobs they did not do. So those people are still somewhere. It's in their system, even though that system is broken, it's still in their system. And that's why they are so politically desperate to get back in power, because they think things will go back to how it were. So
Wow.
the thing is, the people who see the freedom, they are the ones who will free the others by help them to aspire, by be their inspiration. So the more people make a step in the right direction, which is happening, that's how Jamaica neighbor.
Yeah. Casey, the more I speak about this and the more I look at it, the more I rate the performance of the government highly, you know, Casey. They have done well, not true?
Yes, they have done well, neighbor. And you mentioned before I got cut off, bad internet again. You know, the internet is bad all over. And that why are so many people oblivious? Remember, media and journalists have a part to play. And as I said, people are saying agenda these days are what they like. And when a large media group decide which story to post or which story to highlight or how to give the people information, sometimes it depends on their political affiliation. Because neighbor, you're on TikTok doing not even semi-professional journalism, right? And you are giving more information and more credible information to better people's lives, to help them understand how the country is being governed and why the country is being governed like this. They don't highlight those things in the media. The media, the mainstream journalists now are competing with social media journalists, trying to shock people, try to run with the story that's having a buzz. So people are not getting the information. So people who had base emotion that are told that government never do nothing for we and government not do nothing for nobody, and a free money and a government has spend it and this and that, and there's no opportunity for you only who have big friend. When last of the Gleaner published, where can people get jobs? How can people get jobs? How much those jobs are paying? What are the prerequisites to get certain jobs?
Yes.
What are the programs that are there to enable people to be trained and learn more for them to be able to get jobs? You don't see those things on TV. They're doing a Jamaica Observer again. Only rumors that you hear on TikTok. Those are the same things you're saying in the paper. So people who are oblivious or people who have doubt will always live that way. And until they see people who want the opportunity strive and get it and come back and talk to them. And now we're in a culture now when people are even scared because they're being looked at sideways when they work hard and get success, because there's also a narrative push that, look, this government and this system is only for some people. Those people who make it are doing better than you. They're not your enemy. They are your inspiration. And people should know that. Sometimes it's within us. It's how we think, and there's a lot of hurdles to get over. We're going in the right direction, but sometimes the problem is with the persons.
Well, one thing is certain, Casey, is that you remain one of the voices that needs to continue to let your voice be heard. Let me ask you a final question, Casey. I have to go at 11:30. You do political forecasting, and based on how you have seen the history of the politics over the last couple of years, where we are now, Casey, do you think that it would be in the better interest of Jamaicans? Speak to me as a Jamaican, for this government to remain in power for at least another 2 terms. You don't think that it would be better for Jamaica?
Yes, neighbor. I definitely think so. I'm not speaking as a supporter of the as a supporter of the party that govern, but speaking at Jamaica as a Jamaican in the best interest of Jamaica.
Yes.
This government, based on what they have done so far in the two term, they have shown that they have all the mechanism, all the skill to take Jamaica forward, and it's their plan that is take Jamaica forward, and it's not yet a finished article. So they need the opportunity to continue, and they show you where they are coming from. They show you what they did. They show you what they are doing, and they show you what they must do to go forward. And they have built a system that not even a Category 5 hurricane can derail the path that they are on.
So then, do you think that that more Jamaicans ought to see things from this perspective, take off the political hat, and really throw their support behind the government, continuing to advance the people and to continue to release the shackles from the people? Because have we not agreed that systemic slavery encumbered our growth in the 90s, and that the 2000 Wholeness Administration has begun the releasing of those shackles, Casey? But the work is not done. There still is much to do to free the people of Jamaica.
Yes, there's still much to do, a lot more to be done. And that's why they say success is relative, neighbor. Because if you're eating oxtail for dinner and I'm eating chicken, I may see myself as more successful than you based on where I'm coming from. Because maybe before you were eating chicken and I was eating nothing. So based on where we are coming from, there's a lot more to be done, but a lot have been done.
Yeah. Do you think that there is impatience here, that because of the suppression, like a man that is horny, you haven't gotten anything for a year, and you return home to your wife, you are just excited and like a rabbit. Do you think that because of the suppression of freedom for 18 and a half years, that people are not in a hurry, in a hurry to get things done, and as a result of that, they are impatient with the government, a bit of anxiety?
Well, the thing is, neighbor, despite the fact that we have not reached where we want to go, the opportunity is there. When you go to work, you get paid and you can take care of your family. As the Prime Minister continued to say, the country is at an inflection point where the reward double the effort. So if you get to register a business and keep at it and run a business for 2 years, you will see the reward. So, neighbor, people who know what to do and are doing the right thing are not impatient. The impatient voice that you hear are people who can afford internet, people who can afford to go to work because they have business out there. There are people who will never take off their political hat, and they see the potential of the country based on the work that the government have been doing, and they want their party to reap the rewards. So they are telling you that we need more to be done. A lot is not being done, but
I put it to you, Casey, that if you look at the last election and the results, time come. To me, it appears as if many Jamaicans have been suffered so long, are at the point where they think somehow my time come now, I need to get it done, not recognizing, Casey, the process. When you take a patient, Casey, a half-dead patient into the hospital, you can't just start administering medication. You have to go through the triage, check the vitals to see where the patient is, stabilize the patient, and then you start applying the medication. Don't you think that the work of the government has been very surgical, Casey, and that where Jamaica is now, it is at a point where it is recovered, and it now can grow. And that is why it is important that the government continues, Casey, at least for a couple more. Well, let me not say that, because that is up to the people of Jamaica. But my own view is that this trajectory should be continued.
All right, neighbor. Let me help you to get a clear understanding as to how people think and how history have gone. The Jamaica Labour Party say lost the election in 1972 after they have done 2 terms. So they have already done the triage, done all the sounding, take the test, and they lost the election when it was time to administer the medication.
Yes.
Right? The country fallen ill again, and the Jamaica Labour Party regained government in 1980. And they went through the triage, run some tests, run additional tests. They were even more patient because they're trying not to make any mistake whatsoever. And then they even administered the medication. And before the patient could recover, they lost the election in 1989.
Wow.
So what the PNP got both time was a free economic run. They didn't have any policy for economic recovery or to sustain to stabilize the economy, because the economy was already stabilized. When the Jamaica Labour Party won government, it was 4 terms. They last 4 terms. Yes. And the country was gravely ill again.
Yes.
As soon as they start the triage, the thing is, people were starting to look at them sideways because people didn't realize how sick the country was in the last 18 and a half years.
That's in 2007.
Yes. So people thought, hey, look, rice was for $20 per pound, not realizing that we spend billions in subsidizing rice. So technically we couldn't even afford rice. Or we sold 3 sugar factories. We were spending billions to sustain those sugar factories, paying those workers because of poor management. So we had to take off the band-aid. We have to take off those subsidies. We have to divest those companies to achieve our debt exchange program. So the country can know that, look, we are ill and we are going to do another triage and keep things going and make sure we get better this time. We were unhealthy and did not know, neighbor. And that's why people still say, oh, under PNP, things wasn't so bad. It didn't seem so bad.
Yeah, they coined that term called negative growth, Casey. What was that? Negative growth.
Well, it should not even be possible, because negative should not be the term that's growth.
Yes.
You understand?
Omar was very good. Wow.
You understand?
And when you heard him on the Breakfast Club with Anthony and Beverly, you thought that this was a genius.
Whoa. You understand?
Are you free for 7:15? 7:15?
Well, free time. I don't have free time now, nearby. It's December and there's a lot going on. I'm in Clarendon now. I may be in Manchester later. A lot is going on.
I understand.
A lot is going on. If I can jump in, I will jump in. And sometimes depends on where I am. The internet is bad.
Yes.
And I have some business doing that I normally do on Christmas. I have some customers to meet all around to make some delivery. Plus, as you know, my grandmother have passed. So
yes,
there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, but I hope things will settle down. It's chaos in my life. It's like I've had Melissa again. Wanted Melissa for years and didn't get her, and I think I got her 2 times in 1 year when I didn't want her.
I'm going to sort through a couple stuff and give you a call later. You hear?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. All right. But if you can join me at 7 just after, I would love to continue this discussion with you.
Yes. I will if I can. And thank you. Thanks for the sincere condolences from everybody.
Yeah, man. Okay. And don't remember, we must link before Christmas, no matter what. Okay, sir?
Yes.
Yes, man. Okay, great. Well, my very, very precious listeners, that's it for me today. Gotta run, and I'll join you back later on at 7 o'clock. You know, I'll be back here at 7 o'clock. You hear? Are you going to come here back at 7? All of you? You coming back at 7? Are you are you going to be coming back at 7 o'clock? Huh? Will you come back at 7? I beg you, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna pick this up at 7 o'clock, and I tell you this. I tell you, I love you guys so much. Here, I love you so much. You're my heart. You keep me going. Thank you.
Don't lose your way with each passing day.
Who can buy me lunch today? Which one of my list? Which one of my listeners can buy me lunch today? Judith Allen, I love you too. Hi. I'll be back at 7 o'clock to do it all over again for you. I do it for you every day. Spec, I am a spec girl. Oh, you're the best too.